Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is, as far as I know, the only tarot reading on the internet that focuses strictly on your ability to manifest. I do not predict because I do not believe, I have never seen evidence of saying that you can predict with tarot. I've done tarot for about 20 years. I've done astrology for 50, and even with astrology, I haven't seen a stellar record of predictions. Yes, you can pick time periods and generally get into the energy of that particular time period. And so, yeah, astrology is a knowledge of cycles. Tarot for me is a knowledge of potential. Okay, astrology, cycles, tarot, potential. And that's what we work on, your ability to manifest. It's a God-given gift. You use it every single day, usually in ways that are very small, and we most often don't even notice, but nevertheless, we do have the ability. It is really, for all the lip service, not really focused on in society, because if you can get somebody who can manifest, you got somebody who you can't control. And that's not how society works. You've seen that over the past 3 years. You do what you're told. You're told to be able to say this and not say that. You're able to think this and not feel this. And then you feel that, feel. They tell you everything. What you think, say, and feel, they want to control it all and more. That's why the rest of this year, and I'm thinking probably the next few years, are going to be brutal in some regards. We are going through the veil. Best thing that you can do in that case, focus on your manifesting ability. And to do that, you need to focus your attention. Remove distractions. We are going through what is a military psyops campaign right now. They are throwing so much at us, things that completely flip our world in some way or another, and they're just dumping and dumping and dumping, and there's more to come. And the more to come stuff, I think, will be much more difficult. But that's what they're doing. So to counter that, you need to know how to manifest. Does that mean that you're going to walk through life without any problems? No, of course not. Life is a 4-letter word. You're going to have problems. That's part of the deal. That's part of what builds wisdom. That's part of what builds character. Okay? We're going through that. But if you can manifest, you will at least have some level of protection, some level of self-direction, and that can make a huge difference in your life. My job is to inspire you. So let's begin. Middle card is the Oracle card, and the Oracle card today is New Life. Looks like the gal sitting on a column is stretching, like a waking up in the morning kind of a thing. So that's perfect for new life. Imagine, new life. That's the potential. That's the potential energy. If by the end of this reading it resonates, start working on it. If it doesn't resonate, hang on. It probably will catch up to you somewhere down the road shortly. Number on the left-hand side is 3 and 939. So 3 and elements of 3, according to Tesla, happen to be magical numbers. Yeah, Tesla said if we knew the real magic to 3, we could unlock everything in the universe. I don't know if Nikola is right or not, but it sounds good. And there are a lot of examples of the magic of 3 that we can refer to. Head of the list for Christians would be the Trinity, of course, but there are other 3s as well. There's an expression back from about, 100 years ago, 3 on a match. They were talking about lighting up 3 cigarettes on one single match. That was supposed to mean something. A ménage à trois, 3 people involved in a relationship. So there's a lot of things here. We're dealing with 3s. And here we have 2 derivations. One is the number 3 itself. And 3, when it comes to manifesting, deals with your mind, body, spirit. It is not a third party getting involved. It is you lining up the energy, tuning your mind, body, spirit, having it work in unison. And then the next number is a 9, which is 3 times that. And 9s are spiritual. 9s talk about experience, and they talk about transition. Now, interestingly, you put the 3 and the 9 together, add them up, that comes up to 12. 1 and 2 is a 3, again a 3. So the whole idea here, appropriate to the card New Life, is that you are being given an opportunity, if this resonates with you, to line up your mind, body, spirit. Just like I just have this 5-card spread, there's no visual distractions. That's kind of what you're doing as a human being. Because it's rare as human beings that we line up the energy for our mind, the energy for our spirit, and the energy for our body together. Sometimes that happens. Mostly it's accidental, and when it does, man, it is amazing. However, it doesn't happen all that often, but you're going to be given an opportunity in the near term. And within that idea of a new life, how about this from John Lennon of the Beatles? Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Simple but profound. And it works with the idea of new life. Beginning again. I have on the little card for the program 3, 2, 1 liftoff. That's new life. That's that feeling of, if you've ever seen a rocket ship going up into space, when we were sending up people to the moon and that kind of stuff. The excitement and the enthusiasm for blast off. 3, 2, 1 liftoff. That's the kind of energy that we're talking about, and you can only get that if the mind, body, spirit energies are kind of pulled together. Let's go all the way to the left. Let's take a look. Here in this reading we have 2 queens. That's important because there's action hinted at that. Kings come up with the proclamations. It's the queens that make sure the stuff gets done. And so we have 2 queens. The first one is the Queen of Cups. Cups are things that we are connected to emotionally. Could be a person, an idea, maybe a memory of the past. But we have that emotional connection. And so the Queen of Cups tells us, okay, there is something critical in terms of this new life that has to do with your emotional connection on some level. And in fact, the card next to it kind of it fills in some of the details. The card next to it is 8 of Cups. So we have Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups talks about walking away, turning your back, to the point of burning bridges. You cannot go back, ever, 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 Sometimes it's a case where, let's say somebody who you were attached to passes away. Well, obviously, in this lifetime, you're never going to get back to them. But it may be something or somebody, some idea that you're attached to, where you voluntarily go, nope, not going there anymore. That's it. It's done. So the Queen of Cups says you need to reach into your emotional connections and sever at least one of them. Okay, if you do it involuntarily, it becomes a little bit more difficult. If you do it voluntarily, it becomes easier. But there's some emotional connection that has to be ended for your new life to begin. And the next card is the Star card, which is healing, but it came out in reverse. I turned it around here just so that you could easily see that it was the Star card, but we have the reverse of it. And so the reverse always tells me this is something you are thinking about. This is something you're contemplating, you're planning, but you haven't done it yet. So you are well aware that A, you want your life to be different, to be new somehow. And you know that there is an emotional connection that you need to break to be able to begin again, to have this new life. Okay? Maybe what's holding you up is what we were talking about with John Lennon just a minute ago. Everything's going to be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. There may be this hesitation to think, well, geez, man, I'm so used to this idea or this person or this way of thinking or whatever the hell it is. Man, I really don't want to give it up. What am I going to do? But you have to walk away. It's the Eight of Cups. You have to walk away to begin to heal. But you're not at that point yet. Not ready for action, still figuring it out, feeling it out. And the final card, Queen of Wands. Wands are positivity, excitement, enthusiasm, gratitude, joy. You're actually plugged into your life. You're not just a spectator, you're a participator. And when that connection is made, it's glorious. You're on the field. You're actually doing it, not just watching it. Most of us are people who are not participating in our life. We're just observing. We get up, have breakfast, go to school, go to work, come home, have dinner, go to bed, and a huge chunk of our life is lost. Because you never get even a second back. This moment you and I are spending together now, this is it. Never going to come back, never going to be replicated. Well, tomorrow, if you come back for another tarot reading, it'll be something similar, but it's not going to be the same thing. And so maybe that's what you're having to give up. The idea that this moment, the here and now, is most important. Because you can't change your past, right? Eight of Cups says, nope, can't go back. You're being pulled back. Queen of Hearts says, man, it's tugging at my heartstrings. Eight of Cups says, nope, you can't do it. Star card says you got to heal. And the Queen of Wands says you have to participate in your life. That means here and now, right now, this moment. This is unique. Make the most of it. And if you can live in the present, that's when you get your new life. Shake off the shit from the past. Don't plan too much on the future. Have kind of a guideline, but that's it. Let there be some flexibility. Live in the moment. That's one of the toughest things to do. Because we're either remembering or anticipating, and what that does is steal the present. Then you get to be an old person. You go, where the hell did my life go? You weren't paying attention to the present. This moment is a gift. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Make the most of it. Step forward into a new life. Pay attention to now. That is the reading. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Tarot reading. Between now and the next time we manifest together, peace and blessings.